Big Daddy. Yep, I got him, and I love him. But he's not the one up for review today. Dig, if you will, the following conversation I had with myself some months back. Hey, Caleb. Yeah, Caleb? Are you going to pick up the new Classics Red Alert? Oh, I don't know. I've never really been that fond of the character, and the paint scheme just doesn't excite me too much. And I just can't justify spending money on a second repaint unless it's a character I really like who also has a sweet color scheme. So, probably not. Did you hear it's going to be Henkei only? That they aren't doing an American release? Put it in my body! I need a Henkei Red Alert to live! Stop shouting at me! So that's how I arrived at my present state. Like his mold cousin, Sideswipe and Sunstreaker, Red Alert's alt mode is a Lamborghini Murcielago that is too sexy for you. Only this time it's a fire chief's car, because every fire district in the world can totally afford one of these in real life. That is completely fact-based. Seriously, any fire district that could buy a Murcielago for their chief wouldn't need it because they could just bribe fire to not happen. That's right, they would have enough money to pay protection fees to an element of nature. Still, it's a cool car. Not so cool of a paint job, which I will illustrate with a brief history lesson. And I promise it will be just as dull as you suspect. One of the very first things I remember learning as a child is that the different colors in the American flag each have symbolic significance. For instance, I think red is supposed to symbolize the blood of the patriots, and white and blue also mean something. Virtue and courage, respectively, I think. Wouldn't swear to it. Now, while I don't doubt that that's true after the fact, that isn't why the flag is red, white, and blue. The Founding Fathers weren't like, Betsy, blood, virtue, and courage. Make it work. The flag is red, white, and blue because red and white and blue look great together. And if you don't believe me, just ask a bunch of other countries. Or any of these guys. Here's the catch. I realize it's kind of ridiculous to ascribe values to something as subjective as color, but in that little aesthetic triune, I would say that blue is arguably the most important, and white is undoubtedly the least important. Uh-oh, guess who's not around? And who else is present in abundance? Now, don't get me wrong, red and white does have its place. It's just that that place is at Pizza Hut, either on the tablecloths or in the peppermint basket. You suppose they put that there so you can kind of feel like you're being healthy? Ooh, I just ate a cholesterol sponge. Ooh, peppermint, that'll keep my heart beating. And that actually sets up a perfect illustration of why this paint scheme just doesn't quite do it for me. One of these things is not like the others. This is a badass car. It turns into a badass robot. Peppermint! This guitar is not real. No, not the guitar one. Okay, yeah, kinda. And oh, Chrome Spoiler, how you sadden me. I really should have done the Henkei smokescreen review first, so we'd have all this backstory covered. But I didn't, so here's a quick rundown. I got Classic Smokescreen, it had an ugly yellow spoiler, I went, no! Sent it to Thu, he took it a lot better than me, and then I got Henkei Smokescreen, and it had a nice chrome red spoiler, and so happy. I feel like Takara got wind of my happiness somehow. You know how when a child does something that pleases you, and you praise them, and then they do the same thing but way overdo it because they think that'll make you just that much happier? I assume that's how it works. I don't have children. Anyway, that's my theory for why there's this weird out-of-place chrome spoiler here. Takara's like, Caleb, look what we did again! And then I'm like, oh, Takara, you are an adorable mongoloid. And I almost don't have the heart to chastise you. Almost, but not quite. So here goes. You're an idiot and no one really loves you. They just pretend to because they fear your retard strength. And now, for the first time ever, I'm going to attempt the ever-popular metal speed transform with my own special twist.
Oh, very young, what will you leave us this time? You're only dancing on this earth for a short while. And though your dreams may toss and turn you now, they will vanish away like your daddy's best jeans, denim blue, fading up to the sky.
The stupid part is, I may very well be muted for that. How am I going to explain that in YouTube jail?
Hey, sweet pants, what are you in for?
I put a Cat Stevens song in my video. I was trying to be ironic and find a thing farthest away from metal, and I'm like, what sucks? And Cat Stevens popped into my head. And then I will be sodomized to death. And then I'll get up to heaven, and St. Peter will be like, and how did you die? Because that's of utmost importance and not something he would already know. To which I will reply, butt rape. And then everyone will make an admirable effort at not laughing, and they will fail. And then I'll be like, St. Peter, wait a minute, I'm Protestant. What's going on around here? One of the things I love about this mold is how the robot mode is like twice the size of the car. So when it's in car mode, the robot bits must be packed in there like... All the similes I can think of are dirty, so let's just move on. I'm actually pleasantly amazed at how much better he is in robot mode. It's amazing what a little dab of blue will do. There's not much more to say, really. I mean, he's Sideswipe in a different shirt. On that note, let's take a quick look at what gives his two compadres that special something. Sunstreaker, in my opinion, has the more interesting transforming scheme, and I also like his menorah head. Whereas Sideswipe is sporting this luscious Slap Yo Mama red. Aside from his Japanese exclusivity, I'm just not sure what Red Alert is bringing to the table. I mean, I'm glad I have him, but I'm a completist nut. So unless you are too, you should probably pass. It's not that there's anything tremendously wrong with him, but he's a Henkei Deluxe, which means with shipping he's probably going to run you around $30, and I'm just not entirely sure that there's $30 worth of right with him. I changed my mind, he's great. Ooh, twist ending!